So let's go over, we had a trade set up right here. Let's go ahead and mark that. So we'll take a vertical line and we'll put that right where the item intersects. The fast bands intersect the other bands. And you had a trade setup entry right in this area price. I always suggest at mid band, if you have not moved your stop from break even to break even plus, so any stop just below most recent price pivot, your entry point, when you're approaching, even in this area, you're pretty close to the mid band. See the mid band right there? Stop should go to break even plus, and you're in the trade. At mid band, you can take some of your trade off. Let's say you trade in units of 3, or maybe in units of 2. If I traded units of 3, I could take 1 off and see if the other 2 will run to the other side of the bands. Once you start hanging out on the other side of the bands, especially if you pierce above even the fast band, and the fast band is above the slow band, and you get any sort of lift above it, that's a really good area to tighten up your stop really, really tight, maybe just below most recent price pivot, or just book it out because you just caught a pretty phenomenal move. So about the 21, let's say the 80, we'll just say about the 85s, 86s level, and we're all the way up here hitting the 21 200s plus. So I mean that was a heck of a move. Now of course that's all related to the time frame you're on. I'm in a TQ bars 27, and you can go on higher time frames, lower time frames. That's totally up to you. So anyhow, that's a classic fast bands excursion outside the slow bands with lift. And even if you just get run to the mid band, you know, that's a nice quick scalp. You can also use candlestick patterns for your entries. So maybe you put in a little bit, let's use these drawing tools. Maybe you put in a little bit of liquidity here. And on this pullback and lift candle, you added a little bit. Get an excursion, a red bar, take some off. We get to the above the upper level of the slow bands with the fast bands, and now this is the area where you're, you know, tight trail stop, and you're basically just standing by for an excuse to get out of the trade. So real quick, just wanted to cover that quick. The benefits, that's just one way you can use these bands. So if you ever have any questions, info@gridalgo.com. These bands are being given to our existing group, but I'm going to include them in one of the starter pack indicator bundles that will be launched most likely tomorrow. The Grid Algo website, which is really aged, will be all refreshed or starting to get refreshed with new indicator bundle packs. And I will have, you know, what comes with what bundle pack up on the website, and I'll be talking about it in some videos at length tomorrow. So I would say there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen this week with the iGrid program. So pay attention to the Grid Algo YouTube channel, and for any questions on how to access this stuff and what the, you know, pricing will be, info@gridalgo.com. Great talking to you, and that was a nice battle of the bands trade where you played one side of the bands to the other. So, you know, if you're going to do mean reversion or you're going to do counter trend trading, then do it with a measured approach, and make sure you have some mechanism to tell you, okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense for me to be a buyer in this market, or for me to be a seller in this market. So battle of the bands, dual bands approach to quick scalping your futures prop account. Whether you're trading manual discretionary or you're into automated trading, we got systems for both directions at the Grid Algo YouTube channel. Lots of videos on it. And by contacting me directly, info@gridalgo. There's going to be a very expansive ramp up to our programs and offerings, and really, really looking forward to, you know, finishing the year strong with all kinds of cool stuff hitting. Just boom, 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 hitting, you know, all throughout the week ahead and into next week. Okay, everybody, have a great day and have some great trade, really good trade action today. Grinded a bit. We finally got a nice move, took out some levels, had a W pattern bounce off the low and off to the races, back into the prior range. So have a great day. Many more videos hitting today, tomorrow, and into the days ahead.